20 great movies that were not nominated for Oscar 2024. The nominations for the 2024 Oscars have been officially announced. With so many great titles released this past year, it's only natural that not every movie gets the recognition it deserves. While films like Oppenheimer, Barbie, and Poor Thing won multiple awards, many fantastic films didn't receive a single nomination. Still, they're just as worth checking out as those famous flicks. 1 of 20. Are You There God? It's Me, Margaret. One of the most acclaimed films of 2023 was the coming-of-age film Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, based on Judy Blume's seminal 1970 novel. The story follows 11-year-old Margaret as she examines her friends, family, and feelings as she approaches adolescence. Cute, funny, and downright lovable, the film failed to garner attention from the Academy despite earning a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes and featuring an incredible supporting role from Rachel McAdams as Margaret's mother. 2 of 20. 1001. Winner of the Grand Jury Prize at the Sundance Film Festival, the indie drama 1001 resonated with audiences and made huge waves in the industry. The first directorial debut of A.V. Rockwell follows Inez, a determined and fiercely loyal mother who steals her son from the foster care system to make a better life. As Inez, Teyana Taylor gave one of the standout performances of the year, but failed to earn a Best Actress nomination. 3 out of 20. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem was one of the best animated movies of 2023 with its unique animation style and all-star cast. Despite very positive reviews from critics and audiences, the film failed to win a nomination for Best Animated Feature. This action film follows the adventures of the Turtles Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello, who are sheltered from the world but long to be accepted by humans. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have never looked better on screen. 4 out of 20. Priscilla. While Elvis Luhrmann tells the story of the rise and fall of the king of rock and roll, Sofia Coppola's Priscilla flips the narrative and tells the story from Priscilla Presley's point of view. The film follows Priscilla from a love-struck teenager to a worn-out mother and wife stuck in a toxic marriage. The film sheds light on the more uncomfortable truths about the couple's marriage, and Keely Spaney's performance definitely deserved a Best Actress nomination. 5 out of 20. Iron Claw. Iron Claw tells the true story of the Von Erich brothers who were prominent figures in professional wrestling in the 80s. In a story of triumph and tragedy, the brothers achieve glory and success under the pressure of their domineering father. Their mentor, Zac Efron, completely sheds his high school musical skin like you've never seen him before as Kevin Von Erich. He gave his professional performance, but got no love from the Academy. 6 out of 20. Ferrari. From legendary filmmaker Michael Mann. Ferrari is a biopic that follows Enzo Ferrari in the summer of 1957. With his empire in crisis, he throws his company and drivers into the treacherous Mille Miglia, a 1,000-mile race across Italy. With its great racing scenes and palpable drama, the film had all the makings of an Oscar, but it didn't receive a single nomination. Many agree that Penelope Cruz should have been nominated for Laura Ferrari, Enzo's wife. 7 out of 20. Dream Scenario. Produced by Ari Aster and A24, Dream Scenario is a horror comedy that is as terrifying as it is sinister. Nicolas Cage stars as a family man whose life is turned upside down when he appears in the dreams of millions. The film's black comedy is weird and wonderful, and Nicolas Cage gives one of his best performances in recent memory. Cage was able to earn a Golden Globe nomination for the film, but the Academy recognized the film. 8 out of 20. Fallen Leaf. Everyone loves a modern rom-com, and one of the best movies of the year, Fallen Leaves, fits right into that category. This Finnish film follows two lonely souls who meet at a karaoke bar in Helsinki. When they try to establish a relationship, there are many obstacles and events in their way. With a brisk running time of less than 90 minutes, Fallen Leaves is understated but effective. Surprisingly, despite critical acclaim, the film failed to win a nomination for Best International Feature Film. 9 out of 20. Asteroid City. Wes Anderson's latest starrer Asteroid City is the kind of weirdness that audiences have come to love and expect from the director. The film revolves around the production of a play and the story within that play, which follows a stargazing event in a desert town that has been disrupted by otherworldly events. While not Anderson's best film, Asteroid City showcases the best of the director's signature stylistic elements but was not nominated in any technical or design categories. 10 of 20. Air. Films about the creation of popular products have become increasingly common over the past couple of years, and Air is the latest addition. The film tells the story of the journey that led to the legendary partnership between Nike and Michael Jordan and the creation of the Air Jordan. With a winning script and all-star cast, Ben Affleck's film feel-good sports flick was a hot Academy Award contender earlier in 2023 but was completely overshadowed and left out of the Oscars race. 11 of 20. Saltburn. One of the most talked about movies of the year was the controversial and buzzy Saltburn, starring Barry Keoghan and Jacob Elordi. When Oliver meets the rich student Felix at Oxford, he becomes infatuated with him. Felix invites Oliver to stay at his luxurious estate over the summer, where Oliver slowly infiltrates his eccentric family unit. Despite being nominated for several BAFTA awards and bringing Murder on the Dance Floor back to the charts, Saltburn missed out at the Oscars. 12 of 20. All of Us Strangers. One of the most shocking omissions from the 2024 Academy Award nominations was the haunting and romantic All of Us Strangers. Starring Andrew Scott and Paul Mescal, the film follows a writer who returns to his childhood home and enters a relationship with a neighbor, only to find that he sees his parents living there as they were when they died 30 years ago. With its powerful script and performances from Scott and Mescal, it's a mystery as to why it was snubbed. 13 of 20. Origin. Origin, the new biographical film from acclaimed director Ava DuVernay, is a monumental and sprawling epic that follows Isabel Wilkerson as she writes her groundbreaking book Caste. The origins of our discontents. As she grapples with personal tragedy, she investigates how our world was shaped. Despite being hailed as one of DuVernay's best films and a stunning performance from Anjanou Ellis-Taylor, the film got overlooked during awards season and was largely excluded. 14 of 20. Wonka. Wonka is a whimsical family film that tells the origin story of Roald Dahl's Willy Wonka and how he came to become the famous chocolate maker. Timothy Chalamet sings and dances in the titular role, bringing magic and wonder to the screen. While Wonka may not be Best Picture nominee material, it certainly has gorgeous and colorful costumes, production design, and visual effects. However, it was not recognized in any of these categories, or any others, for that matter. 15 of 20. John Wick, Chapter 4. Now, a John Wick movie is not the type of film that would usually get nominated for an Oscar. However, the latest installment, John Wick, Chapter 4, further supports the increasingly popular argument to create an Oscars category that honors stunt work. While actors, writers, makeup artists, composers, and more have their own categories, stunt work goes without any recognition. John Wick, Chapter 4's creative, stylistic, and ultra-violent stunts are certainly award-worthy. 16 of 20. Fair Play. Netflix's Fair Play follows Emily and Luke, co-workers at a hedge fund who are newly engaged and madly in love. When Emily gets a promotion at work that makes her out-earn Luke, he spirals into a jealous rage as their power dynamic shifts. An engaging look at toxic masculinity and gender politics, the old-school erotic thriller is anchored by cutthroat performances from Phoebe Dynevor and Alden Ehrenreich. However, neither of them scored a nomination at this year's Oscars. 17 of 20. Blackberry. The Academy usually goes crazy for any kind of biopic, so it makes no sense as to why one of the best biographical films of 2023, Blackberry, was snubbed entirely. The film follows the meteoric rise and catastrophic demise of the world's first ever smartphone, the BlackBerry. Funny, chaotic, and sharp, Blackberry is a ruthless ride that is inventively entertaining and defies feel-good biopic conventions. It's a film that didn't just deserve love from the Academy but more love overall. 18 of 20. Still, a Michael J. Fox movie. When it comes to documentaries released in 2023, Still, a Michael J. Fox movie topped the list for most audiences. The film follows the life of the beloved Back to the Future and Family Ties actor, from Hollywood stardom to his inspiring fight against Parkinson's disease. A moving and honest look into Fox's personal struggles and unstoppable spirit, it shockingly did not receive an Oscar nomination for Best Documentary Feature. However, we all know Fox doesn't need an award to prove his worth. 19 of 20. Talk to Me. While most horror films are usually overlooked by the Academy, there have been some rare exceptions, including The Exorcist and Get Out. The biggest horror movie of 2023 was Talk to Me, the surprise Australian hit that is now A24's highest-grossing horror movie ever. It follows a group of teenagers who use an embalmed hand to conjure spirits for their amusement until they go too far. As one of the most genuinely unsettling and disturbing horror movies in years, it would have been worthy of a nomination. 20 out of 20. Flora and Son. Irish director John Carney is known for his feel-good music-themed movies such as Once, Begin Again, and Sing Street. Songs from those films have previously received Oscar nominations, so it was a surprise that his latest film, Flora and Son, was omitted from the Best Original Song category. The film follows single mother Flora, who takes up guitar lessons in order to connect with her teenage son. Songs like High Life and Meet in the Middle made the Oscars shortlist but ultimately failed to secure nominations.
And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.